Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny on Death from Above. Today, I have an exotic video for you. We're looking at the Trespasser, the exotic sidearm that you can get from an exotic Ingram. I've gotten it to drop. Actually, I bought it from Xur, so, you know, I didn't earn it. The other people earned it, but, you know, I got it. So we're going to take a look at it, talk about some performance. We're going to go over the gun, look at it, look at base stats, talk about mine. They're all the same because they are an exotic. But what I like to do in these Destiny weapon videos is we'll talk about the gun, then we'll talk about some PvE and PvP performance. I'll give it arbitrary grades and talk about if I think it's a fun gun or not. Now, since it is an exotic, I am going to keep it. I am going to use it. It may change over time based on what Bungie does to it. But we're going to bring some gameplay and talk about the gun and just give my take on it. So, the Trespasser sidearm, it reads, "You are not welcome from unknown. I beg to differ," says Shiro4. Good old Shiro. This is a sidearm. It is arc burn. It is kind of a higher impact sidearm with a lower rate of fire, although they all kind of look very similar. This is of the higher impact variety. 18 in the mag, you can tell by the mag size if it's a higher impact or not because it will have a lower mag size. One of the talents is Be the Danger. This weapon fires bursts of bullets with deadly accuracy. So it is a burst fire sidearm. So every time you pull the trigger, you're going to shoot 3 bullets, which is different than most sidearms. Most sidearms, it's a one shot and you're yanking that trigger real fast. And it's just based on whether or not it has a higher rate of fire or not. So it has the sure shot, the steady hand, and the fast draw. I've got it on the sure shot. I'm never really sure about these sights, so let me know if I've got it on the wrong thing. It has relentless tracker, so kills with this weapon grant enhanced motion tracker resolution for a short time. I'm using the artifact that gives you this already, so I don't notice this proccing. If it does, it's not useful to me because I've already got relentless tracker constantly and third eye basically from my artifact. So it comes with hand loaded to extend the stability, or it gives you more range, a little bit less stability. Reinforced barrel to increase the range and reduce stability. And quick draw, so the weapon can be drawn incredibly fast. I leave it on reinforced barrel to get that increased range. I don't notice the stability being an issue on this gun because it is a sidearm. They have pretty stable options as far as sidearms goes. But the exotic talent is Unrepentant. Reloading after a kill causes the next burst to be a longer, more powerful super burst. So basically, instead of firing 3, you're going to fire 6, and it's going to be longer and stronger. That's what she said. So let's take a look at the... we'll preview the ornaments because we can do that. So that looks pretty nice. I don't really care for that one, actually. I like the Crucible Assassin look. That's a very nice looking ornament. So I'm going to have to start doing my heroic strikes or just get some money and get good and just buy this garbage. But it looks very nice. I want the Crucible Assassin ornament for the Trespasser. It looks very good. So let's get into some PvE and PvP gameplay and talk about it. In PvE, it's a sidearm. I don't really use sidearms in PvE very much. It can be effective. What I found would be most effective if you're clearing mobs and you have a good bit of ammo. Maybe some sidearm loader gloves. Get those kills, try to get all headshots, and immediately reload to get Unrepentant. And you can just keep walking through people, reloading, unrepenting, walking through people, reloading, unrepentant. I don't know that you could use the Warlock gloves with these, or the Warlock boots that reload your weapon as you pick up ammo. I don't think it would trigger Unrepentant, but it would be good because it would be useful to clear a group of enemies as long as you can reload fast enough to hit the next headshot, get Unrepentant, get the powerful combo repeating. That's the only viable situation I thought is for this to be an exotic slot in PvE. I think it's more focused towards PvP, and that's where I used it more. So let's talk about PvP performance for the Trespasser. It took me a while to get used to it. I don't know why. It's maybe the slow rate of fire, maybe the sights are different, maybe it just works a little bit different than most sidearms. I'm used to most sidearms backpedaling and taking out a shotgunner that's coming at me, but this one I found myself being more aggressive, and it was causing me problems because I was moving forward rather than backwards. I did get used to it eventually and start doing some pretty solid work. I did took out a blade dancer that was coming straight at me. He had no chance. I don't know what it was. It's a very strong sidearm if you're landing your headshots, because this blade dancer was coming straight on at me and I just wasted him. So PvP, it's a lot of fun once you get used to it. Once my finger lag wore off and I could get used to it in PvP, Very good gun. You gotta get used to the burst. You gotta get used to the stability. It can be a little out of control if you're not ready for it. If you're ready for it, you'll be fine. Aim for the head. It's got more range than you think it does, but not as much as you want it to. So it still sits in that sidearm range, so you got to get used to the effective range, get used to where it's working, play a couple matches, and then go for it. So it's a very good sidearm for PvP. Definitely 6s, maybe 3s. I play more 6s, so I found myself using it in 6v6 situations, but it was kind of a struggle to get the kill and then get the reload and get the next kill, because usually I get taken out with by a shotgun at that point. So solid PvP gun. But what do you guys think? For me, as far as grades for PvE, I'd give it a C. For PvP, I'll give it a B+, A- range. And this is a fun gun. Yeah, it's a fun gun. It's an exotic. It's got an exotic talent. That makes it a fun gun, because it's always fun to find that situation where that talent becomes useful or becomes entertaining. So I like using this gun. But what do you guys think? What do you think about the Trespasser? Are you using it? Do you enjoy it? Did you compare it to the Dreg's Promise? Because they're kind of similar. Dreg's Promise is a little bit easier to use for me. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Until then, though, I really appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy this. Subscribe if you want to see more. And share the video if you want to help the channel grow, because it really does help. But until then, and until next time, I'm Death from Above, and I will see you later. See ya, bye.